Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Joni. Hi, Tony. Hey, Jenna. Hey, Lisa. Eileen. IL Huntress is here. Davey is here. Lee is here. Hey, Kim. Oh, hi, Allie. Allie, you said hi to me. You can also say hi to the people if you want. You want me to let you say hi to the people? Hey, Lisa. I love the little hand raise emoji. That's one of my favorites. Hey, Starters Club. Hey, Lady Crick. Hey, Kim. Hey, everyone. Dave. What's up, Dave Dog? Jeffy Man is here. First to fight USMC joined. United States Marine Corps. Hi, people. Hey, hey. What's up? Hi to my favorite couple of Periscope. Aw. Dave, you the man. Hey, Kathy. Thanks for joining in, everybody. Let's say hi to Allie really quickly. Semper Fi, that's right. Hi from Naples. Nice. Everybody say hi to Allie.
Hi, everybody. Hi.
Everybody say hi to Tony. We just eat. Oh, you know that because you're in the scope.
Right, I am. Hi.
That's right. Hey, Be Bonita. Everyone's saying hi to Tony. Tony's hungry. No, he's not hungry. Oh, you're not hungry. Shut up. We just got back. Hey now, Stern Superfan. We just got back from dinner. Hey, Angela. And we decided to stop back at the studio real quick to do a quick scope and a couple quick things, and then we're probably going to go grab some Dairy Queen, I believe. But in the meantime, I had a couple of... Tony's in the scope, so Tony's saying hi. You guys can say hi to him directly. Hey, hey, all of our awesome peeps. Yeah, we got a great room. Thanks for the hearts, people. Okay, so for those of you that might be new, because there's a couple people that I didn't totally recognize. Hey, Lee. Yeah, DQ rocks, right? We are FrameableFaces Photography. My name is Doug. Allie is my wife. She's the photographer. Our studio is here. There's the Frameables hashtag. I love it. Thanks, Dave. Our photography studio is here in Metro Detroit in West Bloomfield, Michigan in the Orchard Mall. And we do a lot of portrait work here, and we scope about photography tips, photo sessions. We did one on location today with a high school senior, as well as a headshot here in studio. So this is our third scope of the day, which is not typical for us. Yeah, how about that? What? Michigan. Hey, Troy is in the house. What's up? It's your day, neighbors. And Dave, don't start shrimping. And so, yeah, we got to begin. We haven't been shrimped. I don't even want to talk about that too loudly. Love it. Going to definitely follow you like a dog. Thanks, Angela. Angela, your avatar is upside down. That's pretty funny. What did you do with the rest of the body? With the rest of what body? Go blue, go green. Go blue and go green. Rest of what body? Oh, no. No, stop shrimping. No shrimping. Okay, so I had a couple of tips that I wanted to share, and I've done this before where I titled the show Steal Doug's Idea, and I like to give these tips, center them around small business, because as a small local mom and pop shop, brick and mortar, I think that it's very beneficial for all of us in that type of community. Hi, Sid. To try... Tony, stop. Gotta love when your own son comes in and shrimps you. If you did a headshot, what about the rest of the body? Right. We let her keep it. We let the head stay attached to the body. That's okay. And so amateur photographer here. Oh, good, Angela. Yeah, you should follow us, and we will follow you back. So, couple ideas that I had. Everybody lately, a lot of the big buzz around Periscope over the last couple days has been kind of the discovery, for those of you that may or may not have seen it. I think most people probably have by now. The discovery that you can actually use Twitter within Periscope while you're in a broadcast by hitting the share button, and the fact that you can direct message people from Periscope by using a lowercase d, a space, and then their Twitter handle without the @ symbol. You can direct message people. That's been talked about a lot in the last couple days. I wanted to add my 2 cents to that because I've come up with, I discovered what I think are a couple of really good ways to use that functionality, to use Twitter from Periscope, from a scope that you are watching, okay? Lee, you've been using that a lot? Yeah, I mean, I've started to use it too. And one of the ways that you can do this is in the past when you were, say you wanted to share something that someone tweeted and you wanted to retweet someone's tweet, okay? A lot of times it was a risky move and maybe not the best move to retweet somebody and alter their tweet too much, because then you're kind of changing their words, you're changing their message. You don't want to necessarily take someone's tweet and, bastardize it before you send it out. You want to be able to give somebody the credit of their actual tweet. If you're going to retweet it, you want to tweet the tweet as it is, right? Well, there's actually a better way, out of context, exactly. But with Periscope, when you go down, and you guys can take a look at this now while you're in this broadcast if you haven't done it yet, but when you go down to, when you swipe and you go into the share option and you have the option to share on Twitter, when you go to share on Twitter, you get the link for the broadcast as well as, the title that I've titled it. You're basically you're basically tweeting out my broadcast, okay? But what you can do is you can erase everything that comes up in that box when you start to share to Twitter. Erase everything in that box but the link. Leave the link there. And the link is really long. It looks like it would take up most of your 140 characters, but it doesn't, okay? Leave the link. Place your cursor. Sometimes it's too many characters. Yeah, but it's okay. It's your day, because when you share a broadcast on Twitter, the link goes off of the edge of the 140 characters, so to speak. And Twitter shortens it, and the link still works, okay? And what you can do is you can still put your own title ahead of the link. So you can tweet it out with a reason, with a specific reason, right? Good, thanks for the thumbs up, it's your day. Yeah, exactly. You can give it your own title so that you can tweet it out in your voice. It sort of Bitly's it, exactly. You can tweet it out in your voice and basically tweet the reason that it's relevant to your followers, okay? You can give it whatever title you want, and here's the key. By giving it your own title, you are not changing up the message or the title of the broadcast as the scoper intended it, the way you might be changing up someone's tweet if you changed their tweet around and added your own language. And I'm going to show you the proof, okay? Here's one that I did last night, okay? Hope you're all with me here. Cool. So when you give a shout out for a great broadcast, you can include the link. Exactly. You add before the link, and I'm going to show you exactly how it looked on the one that I did last night. Hey, Robert C. Stern, thanks for joining. Robert, I'll bring you up to speed really quickly before I show this. I'm talking about the Twitter functionality. Hey. Talking about the Twitter functionality within Periscope. We've all talked about how you can direct message somebody when you go to the share it on Twitter link with the lowercase d, the space, and their handle. We've talked about how you can tweet people or you can tweet the broadcaster. Okay, what I did last night, and I think this is really neat, is I'm going to show you. I tweeted out Sock Cop's broadcast, okay? And what I did, when I went into the share it on Twitter field, I erased everything in the box. It can be capital D too, right? That's right. Thanks, Robert. You're right. I erased everything in the box but the link, and I added my own title to it. So what I wrote in my little box on the share it on Twitter link was, got Sock Cop to Clockwork Orange the hearts off the cuff. I'd love to include that in my cheerleading tweets. Yeah. I got Sock Cop to Clockwork Orange the hearts off the cuff. Second best Jason Burglar moment for us. And there you see the Periscope link after. Exactly. Make it different, right, Robert? Here's the key. When you go, this is the desktop version of Twitter. When you click on my tweet and you click it, when you click inside that box where it kind of expands the details, it shows the little window, which is a screenshot from the Sock Cop broadcast, and it keeps Sock Cop's title still intact. So there's the little Periscope icon that shows it's a Periscope that I just tweeted. Thumbnail, right, exactly. Thumbnail, Robert. Thanks, right. Clarify on the language. It's really a thumbnail. And there it is. Sock Cop may dance tonight. Hashtag sock flop. Flock. Hashtag sock cop 2016. By putting my own title on it, I didn't take away from Sock Cop's own title. I didn't change his content. It's just a better way for me to curate it and to tweet it out to my people. Thanks, Kathy. You see that? And here's another nice thing about that. Gives the norm plus yours. Exactly. See, like if you change someone's tweet when you retweet it, you're actually changing the original tweeter's message, and that's not cool. But you can put your own spin on someone's scope because you don't change their title and you don't change their content. So it's a great way to curate. And when you are in that little screen, when you are sharing the link, as you're typing, even though the link might be, 100 characters or whatever, there's a number in the bottom of that box that shows you how many characters you have left in your tweet based on what you're typing. That's why I use the quote function. Same thing. Yes. Okay, so does everybody have that? I wasn't sure. I hadn't seen anybody talking about this little nuance in that feature, so I wanted to get it out there. I wasn't sure. Focused on that specific piece of that tip, and so I wanted to put it out there. Dave, I just saw that you shared, so maybe you're trying it right now on your own, and that's cool. If you are, I'd like to see that. So I hope you all can play around with that a little bit. Sharing the hearts, okay if I share and tag you? Absolutely, Robert. And sharing the hearts come from tapping the screen. It's a way of kind of acknowledging and giving feedback. They're almost like mini likes. You can give hundreds of them if you want to. Okay, Dave, you were trying, so good. We'll take a look at your attempt there. Okay, so that's the first tip. Second tip, okay, and this is something that I want to kind of bring back to local business, okay, always much smarter after listening to Doug. Thank you, Lady Crick. This is one that I want to try to bring into, specifically on a local business and a local footprint focus, which is what I really try to focus on these Steal Doug's idea scopes. Hey, okay, so, and Kathy's trying it too. Cool. I find that as I'm trying to be, wow, I only make him try. Robert, I don't think I'm the only person you made dry heave the other night. I think people might still be dry heaving. You're the man, though. It's all good. Hey, Impulse. All right, so I find as I'm going around, right, the bra, I know, bra gate, right? As I go around town and I tell people about Periscope in my local backyard, someone said hi to me. I didn't see who that was. Oh, that's Tom. Isn't that Tom? Not sure I missed it. Yeah, everyone dry heaved. Yeah, let's all pause for a second and talk about our dry heaving. The other night, yeah, I thought that was you. Hey, Tom. Okay, so as I go around town and I'm evangelizing, I thought you were on a bedpan. I gotta stop. I'm gonna laugh my way through this. Okay, as I go around town and I find myself evangelizing Periscope to people in my local footprint as I try to, get people on board and get people talking about it and buzzing about it. That's okay, Robert. Yeah. As I try to get people to talk about Periscope and get some buzz around it to continue to make it more and more of a thing in my local footprint, I find, sorry, and I'm just looking at my notes, I find that, I'm getting people to download the app. Okay, and then once they download the app and they follow me, half the time they're following me just to see what I'm doing, see what it's all about. They haven't really given much thought about periscoping themselves yet, whether or not they're going to start scoping. And then I find myself sharing with them, like if I'm on, Robert, if I'm on one of your broadcasts or Jason Stolkins or Sock Cop or something fun or informative that I want to share with my new Periscope friends, I share it with them. And many times I'll share a broadcast specifically with just a few friends as opposed to always sharing with all my followers. I'm suggesting local stores put a sign on the front of their store, follow us on Periscope. Yeah, that's a good idea, Robert. I actually haven't done that yet, but that's probably a good idea. You've actually mentioned that before, and it's been in the it's been one of those 100 things on my list to do. But, here's the thing. I find personally that I've started to follow enough people, and even before I started following a lot of people, the notifications that come through on my phone a lot, sometimes they start to make you a little mental, right? So I turn off the notifications when I know, when I know that I'm not going to be using Periscope for a while, or I need quiet and I'm working on something, or I'm with a client. I'll turn off the notifications so I don't keep getting hit with notifications. They should pay us all for advertising them, right? Okay, so when I turn off those notifications, I notice when I go back into Periscope, there are a lot of broadcasts that are sitting in my broadcast feed of casts to watch by broadcasters who I don't know. I have no idea who they are, who invited me to watch their broadcast, why it's in my feed. I haven't seen them before, and I would really love to know who invited me. And now, if there's a way for me to know that I don't know about, someone share it with me. But as far as I know, if my notifications aren't on, I don't get the notification that, Kathy Sharms wants me to watch so-and-so, right, Lee? I don't get the notification to let me know who and why they want me to watch it. I don't know who sent me there, and I don't know why they sent me there. They just show up in my feed, right? So I think it's important. This can be local footprint, or it can be, national, international. But I do find, as I'm trying to bring people along, there's no way to know. Exactly, Robert. So here's kind of where my tip comes in, okay? For my local people who I'm trying to bring onto Periscope and bring them along and show them what's great about it and share scopes with them, one of the things that I'm going to give a shot, I just thought of this today, I haven't even tried it yet, but if I go into somebody's cast at the beginning of the broadcast, who I know is probably going to go for about, 20 minutes, okay? If I'm there right when it starts and I know it's going to go about 20 minutes or so, and I know it's valuable, and I know it's going to be valuable for my friend Sari, for example, I will share it with Sari directly, okay? I'll just share with a specific follower so that it is in her Periscope feed. Whether she's in front of her phone, has her phone on her or not, I do want it to be in her Periscope feed, so I'll share it with a specific follower. I'll share it with her through Periscope. Then, right after I do that, exactly, Robert, tweet them that you shared it to them, or direct message them that you've shared it to them while you're in the broadcast. So you don't have to leave the broadcast yourself. You can use that Twitter functionality from the broadcast, share it with your friend, and then direct message them also right from the cast. And hey, just a heads up, this is why I shared this with you. See, we are more alike, almost. LOL. Exactly. Just a quick direct message. I shared so-and-so's cast with you, and here's why. Just in a brief direct message to them. That way, if they happen to have, that is scary, right? I didn't claim that, actually. Robert claimed it. I'm not quite sure. Good point. But so that's a way that you can follow up on that share with your own notification. Direct message them, let them know that it was you and why in a really quick direct message. And if they do have their Twitter notifications turned on and their Periscope notifications turned on, no, I do not have a pink bra, and I'm not gonna offer to wear one if anyone sends it to me. Not happening.
I have a pretty black lacy one.
Yeah, no. No bras. No bras, no Speedos, no thongs, no nothing. It is an acknowledgement to them. It's a great way to let them know why they're getting these in their feed and that you were deliberate specifically in sharing it with them. Thanks, Kim. I'm going to take that as a compliment. It's a blue U of M bra. That would be the only bra I'd ever wear, Lee, and I'm still not doing it. So I just think it's a more... Nothing going to streak. That's a great idea. I hope they allow us to control the notifications soon. Right. Well, and it would be nice to have a way just to know who sent you, because a lot of people do that. They share with everybody. And I would just like to know Who? Now, I will say, sometimes when I get invited into a scope, when I show up, and this just happened last night, actually, it's your lawyer, Adam, who's right across the river from us in Windsor. He invited me to a scope. I didn't know who did. I got there, and I said, hey, this is a great scope. Who invited me here? And he chimed in, and he said, it was me. So that's not a bad way to do it and ask. And do it in a way that you're saying, hey, why am I here? This sucks. No, this is a great scope. Thanks for inviting me. Who invited me? We can play that sting from the 69. That song from the 69's The Streaker. So those are my 2 Twitter Periscope tips, okay? When you share with specific people, let them know it was you. And you know what? Even if they're not in front of their phone, when it shows up, when the replay is still sitting there in their feed and they still have that direct message, they can still go back and watch it on replay, and they know why you asked them to watch it, and then they have a reason to watch. Thanks, Robert. Okay, and hi, Tony. All right, so now those are my first 2 tips. If you noticed, thanks, Robert. And if you notice in my title, I had a third point here. Those were 2 tips, and here's my local Periscope result for local footprint, okay? It's the first time, the first evidence I've had yet when Raina goes to sleep in bed now. Oh, okay. Oh, you need to put her to sleep now, Robert? Is that what you're saying? You got to go? I'm sure we'll catch up with you later tonight if that's the case. Or you're going to share it after she goes to sleep. So here's the other thing. There's a local scoper here. His name is Anthony Kakos. Those of you that have been watching our scopes, then you'll share it. Okay, thanks, Robert. Cool. Anthony Kakos is Mario's brother. Mario's one of our senior spokesmodels. So you may have seen Mario on one of our scopes before. Hey, Donald. And Anthony was scoping last night. I jumped in on his scope. He's here in West Bloomfield, Michigan with us. Hey. And I jumped in and he was like, hey, Doug, FrameableFaces, you guys are right around the corner. Great photography studio. Well, there was a high school senior to be who was on his scope. And she's local. And she said, oh, really? Do you guys do senior pictures? I said, absolutely. Anthony said, they're great. She said, can you send me information? I DM'd her right from the scope. We continued our direct message chat after the scope was over. And today she's going to go to our website and share it with her mom. They're in Macomb County. They're not that far. And we're already talking about senior pictures for her. She hasn't booked yet. I didn't get a sale out of it yet. But she is a prospect. A local prospect, cool, right, Robert, that I did not know, that I met on Periscope, who is a half hour from our studio. It's coming, people. That's my point. Cool, what's his name? It's Anthony. Allie, are you still in here? Put Anthony's name up, would you? Yeah. And he's a young guy, and he's been scoping pretty consistently. He's doing fun, inspirational stuff. She is a prospect with friends, too. Absolutely. One tweet starts a conversation. Exactly. And that's my point. This was a local, direct result. A prospect in my local footprint. It's coming. More and more people are using Periscope. Prepare yourselves. Think locally. Think about your local footprint. Be an evangelist for Periscope in your local backyard if you are a small business, and start telling people you know about it and use these tips. Think business. Exactly. Tell people you know about Periscope and give them ways to discover it. Use these tips to bring them along on Periscope so you can create some positive buzz about the platform and about the app and about what you're doing in your local backyard. There it is. Get that sign in your window. I know, Robert. I will. So those are my 3 tips. So do we want to recap? Quick recap? And get that, and be sure to tell people how to find you locally. Absolutely. Boom. Okay, so here's my recap, people. Where's my recap? Here's my recap. Okay. I'm going to recap this really quickly. Steal Doug's idea, hashtag small biz. Okay, I got 3 main points here. 1, share scopes on Twitter while you're in a room as a viewer/chatter with your own title. Erase everything in the box but the link. Frozen ugly face. Oh no. Allie, am I frozen?
Not on mine.
Okay, I hope I'm not frozen. Share scopes on Twitter with your own title. So erase everything in that share on Twitter box but the link. then give it your own title. Okay, good for you, Robert. Good. You won't change the title and the thumbnail of the original broadcast. Therefore, you can title it the way you want, and you won't be altering the broadcaster's content. Okay, that's number one. Number two, share scopes with specific followers, not just all your followers, but share scopes with a couple of specific followers that you think would benefit from those scopes, and DM them from the broadcast to let them know it was you that sent them there and why you sent them there. So if their notifications are off, when it shows up in their Periscope feed, they know why it's there. And three, be ready. Local direct referrals are coming. Prepare for it. Think locally. Be an evangelist for Periscope in your footprint to benefit your local small brick and mortar business in your backyard. And that's it, folks. Those are my 3 points for tonight. That's my small biz talk. Feel free to share this. Thanks for joining. I hope it was valuable. I hope it was beneficial. And I will see you all later tonight. I'm going to sign off. Sharon, I'm ending right now. Catch the replay. Thank you very much, Robert. I appreciate that coming from you. Sid, you are welcome. Thanks for being here. You're the best. Donald, no problem. Thank you, Kim. Thanks, y'all. And I'll see y'all around the Periscope sphere later tonight. Connect with you next week. Yeah, it's your day. We do need to connect. I know we've been talking about that. You're welcome, Sharon. You're welcome, Kathy. Thanks, y'all. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Lee. Periscope is like a magnet for local scopers. Absolutely. Local business, small biz. Let's do this. Okay, people. Thank you very much. We'll see y'all later. Have a great night.